better as a person, just unselfishly helping somebody find out something she really needs to know?
No. How about dinner?
How about a blowjob?
How about a...
What did you say?
Right here. Right now. Both of us. Kind of, taking turns.
He was in here this afternoon.
This afternoon? You sure it was this afternoon?
Yeah, right in my lunch break, 1 o'clock. He bought 10 pouches of Colton's.
Hello and welcome to Just That Film. I'm Ben.
I'm Charlie.
And today we're talking about the 1987 comedy Outrageous Fortune.
Ruthless Fortune. Big people.
Outrageous Fortune.
Outrageous business. Yeah, because you had all those ones at the time, didn't you? No, good.
Well, she done quite a few films at the same time, actually, all the space of a year after each other. So, and they're all good. All of them are good.
It was directed by Arthur Hiller, who done Love Story and See No Evil. Stars Shelley Long, who's in Brady Bunch movie, Money Pit, Cheers is probably what she's most famous for. That was like her big break, wasn't it? Bette Midler, who's in Beaches, The First Wives Club, Hocus Pocus, like we said, Ruthless People.
Ruthless People, Big Business.
Yeah. What was the witch one? I've said
That's
that.
it,
Yeah. You've also got Peter Coyote, who's the main guy in it, who's in Bitter Moon, I Walk to Remember, Erin Brockovich.
Okay.
Yeah, but you recognise, I've seen him in quite a few films.
Yeah, I've seen, I recognise his face, yeah.
You got Robert Prosky, who's the old guy that
Yeah.
who's in Thief and Mrs. Doubtfire and Miracle on 34th Street. He's the judge.
Right.
But in this, I noticed, because obviously he plays the acting teacher who also turns out to be a spy.
Yeah.
But you see him coming off the plane as well, don't you?
Yeah.
But he's got like a Texan accent.
Yeah.
You got George Carlin in it as well. He's the one helping them at the end.
Yes.
Who's a famous sort of comedian. You know, sort of very political comedian, saying about how bollocks and stuff. He was in Bill and Ted and Dogma.
Yeah, he died, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he died back in 2008,
Yeah.
age 71.
Yeah.
You got Anthony Hild, who's a good guy in it. He was helping them. He's most famous for Silence of the Lambs. You know, he's the doctor. No, the one who's he's basically got hold of Hannibal Lecter. He's the one who runs the mental institution. And he's like, well, Clarice, you got to do this. He tells her what she's got to do and stuff.
Right.
Dr. Chilton.
Okay.
You also got Christopher McDonald, who has a small part in it, is at the beginning. He's the one who asks out Shelley Long. He says,
the gay ballet dancer.
Yeah, he's in Thelma and Louise.
Who's in that?
He's the husband in Thelma and Louise.
Oh, is it him?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, he looks different from this to Thelma and Louise, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like your wife.
Come back here! Hey, come back here, you little shit! Come here! Come on!
Well, it's only like a few years between it, really.
And he was like all like muscly and all that in this.
Yeah, I suppose he was, because he was like, you want to...
And his hair, he looked like sort of like he was playing ballet dancer.
As soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, it's him. It's, because he's also in
oh my God, yeah.
Happy Gilmore. He plays Shooter McGavin. That's what other people know him as.
Oh, I didn't realise he was also in an episode of Cheers.
Do me the favour of trying it with me.
Is she serious? Oh, yes. She's serious.
So what's the film about?
Right, the film's about these two actresses, basically, who are completely different from each other. One's sort of like really... She's actually... Shelley Long basically is playing similar sort of characters to what she plays in Cheers. Very very uptight, very sort of snobby-ish, and very spoiled, very correct, very, in the way that she acts and stuff. And Bette Midler plays what Bette Midler usually plays, that kind of loud, brashy kind of New Yorker type.
Chav.
Yeah. And that they get thrown together because they both having an affair with the same man, and it turns out that he dies.
Fakes his own death.
Yeah, he fakes his own death, and then they realise they're both dating him, and then they find out that he ain't dead because of the autopsy, where his bloke's burnt up, and then they look and they see his willy's only little.
Yeah.
So then they realise it's not him. Then they go on this sort of wild goose chase to sort of find him, and then they find him, and he's a baddie, and they're getting chased by the FBI and stuff. But it's just a fun movie that is
a romp.
It's very 80s, and it's just fast paced, and I love it. And I watched it again the other day, yesterday, funny enough. And I was hoping because I hadn't seen it for years, but I've known it, so I've seen it so many times before. But still brilliant. Loved it. So you had never seen this film, had you?
No.
Right. So what's your opinion of it?
I liked it.
You liked it, yeah?
I did like it. I mean, I remember as a child I'd seen Big Business.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I see Ruthless People. Obviously, I'd seen Beaches, but Outrageous Fortune, I'd never bothered. Although when it got to the end bit of her doing the ballet dance over the things,
you might have seen it. You might have been in the house, or whatever, when I'm watching it.
Films and stuff.
Yeah, we was all living in the same house, weren't we? So I would have been watching the videos.
But obviously, I wouldn't have been interested at that age.
No.
Thinking, what are they doing?
No.
Where's Arnold?
Yeah,
where's Arnold Schwarzenegger? But no, I did enjoy it. I liked. I like their characters, and funny enough, what I was going to say, my main takeaway from this is I've seen Shelley Long I've seen Cheers, like not all of Cheers, but I've seen enough episodes with her in it. Yeah. I actually, I was one of the ones who actually preferred Kirstie Alley in Cheers over Shelley Long. Yeah. Shelley Long, I always just see like a misnomer. She was in Frasier as well, where she came back. Yeah. As Diane.
Yeah,
Diane?
She played. Yeah, Diane. Yeah. She does the play.
She does the play, and I get her character, but it was just I always almost see her as like a straight guy. And I've seen her in, what was the other film I saw her in? I knew I see her in something else, and I was like, oh yeah, I know who Shelley Long is. It's fine. I actually think she was really funny in this. I think I actually think she's better than Bette Midler in this.
Really?
Yeah, and I know that Bette Midler. I think she got nominated for like comedy awards and stuff from this film, which I get. Bette Midler's great. She does comedy well.
I think they both
bring their own different things.
Yeah, and that's what I think they're both equally as good. But
that's why she stands out. Yeah. Because when I thought, Bette Midler and Shelley Long, I thought it would be like a bit like you think like Planes, Trains and Automobiles. So you've got the outlandish John Candy character, and Steve Martin's almost like the straight guy. Yeah. He's the one who we've got to relate to putting up. I thought that's what it was going to be like. I thought Bette Midler was be this outrageous character, and Shelley Long's sort of like the straight guy going, oh, look who I've got to put up with. But she's genuinely, I like when she's putting on these, she does these characters. And I go, hey, right, hold it. She pretends to be the cop, or when she pretends to be like a little boy at the brothel.
And then she's trying to pretend, she goes, our father, he left us when we were little.
I thought she was really funny. She surprised...
And there's also, a lot of it is facial expressions.
You're really determined to have us killed,
Hey, get over yourself. He's not going to kill us.
Oh, why not?
Because we're going to be raped and murdered in this building.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it's the exact same thing, but remember like when we done Gentlemen Prefer Blondes? Yeah. And I said it was when Marilyn Monroe done the Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend number. I suddenly got, okay, I get it now. Yeah. I get why she was so big. I now get why Shelley Long has a career. Yeah. No offence to her. She, as I said, she was always someone there. And I thought,
I've liked her. I've always liked her, Shelley Long.
And don't you remember like not obviously the young ones. Yeah. To me, she was like Mike. She was there. But she weren't the main attraction ever. Yeah. As I said, I watched this, and I think it was, I mean, even at the beginning when she's sort of going to ask for her parents and her dad throws down the checks, Daddy, love you, Daddy. I thought, that's quite funny, that. But I still thought as if I was...
And the mum is going, what have you done? What have you done? You've given them more money.
But I still thought it was going to end up being the Bette Midler show. Yeah. But what I like
it's equal.
Yeah, it's equal. That's what I'm saying. But that's why she stood out so much for me. The fact that she holds her own against Bette Midler. And for me, some of those bits, she actually made me laugh more than Bette Midler in this. She, like, as I said, the bits where she's pretending to be a cop and stuff like that. And, she's a believable character. Yeah. And I like how it all sort of pays off at the end. So, I did
and it's also, I like their chemistry. Because their chemistry is really good in this. And it's like, they are so completely different. But I like that when you've got the two sort of unlikely friends. Yeah. But it works. And that's what's humorous about it. Because one is really, like, sort of trashy. The other one's really upper class. And, but it works.
Funny enough, they both reminded me of two exes
Oh, right.
who look similar and act similar to these characters. And I was thinking, I've gone out with Shelley Long, and I've gone out with Bette Midler, and you know, but I'm nothing like him. No. So, you know, I weren't seeing them both at the same time; they're completely separate. But that was quite funny to watch as well.
Yeah, but so I'm glad you liked it because it's very 80s, but it's also. It's like it's like an action movie almost. It's like a spy action movie where they're running through here, they're escaping him. This one's chasing them, and who's the bad guys, who's the good guys, and then like she chucks all the money away, and it's just loads of funny bits in it.
I genuinely didn't know what the outcome was going to be as well, which was good because sometimes you think, okay, you can guess it. It's very formulaic, and you think, well, I know this is going to happen.
Yeah, it's a good storyline, and it holds up really well today.
Yeah,
and that's why I wanted to do this film because it is a really good 80s film that you don't really hear about nowadays.
No,
you know, it's like, and you know, it's not one of the classics from the 80s that has passed through to now, and it should have done because anyone that loves an 80s film would love this film. You know,
I remember the posters them hanging off.
Off the cliff. Yeah.
And again, I don't know whether it was just because I was like, it didn't tell me enough. I didn't know.
I was never a big fan of the poster. The poster's alright, but it was never.
Oh, it's alright. It's still better than modern day posters.
Oh yeah,
because I loved 80s posters, but I'm thinking of the other ones.
They was drawn a lot of them, weren't they? The 80s posters.
In fairness, it's probably a better poster than the Ruthless People one because the Ruthless People one
I didn't like the posters. Yeah, I didn't like the poster for that either.
But you see, like, what is it? Danny DeVito, Judge Reinhold, Bette Midler. There's the people, so it's selling it by the people. It might actually have a knock-on effect as to why they do that with films now. Because I don't know what was more successful, this or Ruthless People. But if it was Ruthless People...
I think that's probably about the same. Yeah. She done some really good films, and I think she done, sort of...
Consistently,
I think about 4 years, she done, like, Ruthless People, Outrageous Fortune, she done Beaches...
Oliver and Company.
Oliver and Company, that was in the 90s, I think.
No, it was 88.
I was 88, right, yeah, she was done that as well.
Because if you look at
there's another film in there. There's another film of hers.
Right, hold on. Yeah, so...
I've missed one.
I'll have a quick look.
Also, they actually didn't get on, Bette Midler and Shelley Long.
Oh, really?
And there's a little clip I'm going to play because she was being interviewed on the Oprah show, and I'll show it.
Who was being interviewed?
Bette Midler.
You and Shelley Long were great together in Outrageous Fortune. I was wondering if you guys were going to work together again.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Did you enjoy working with her?
It was pretty rough. It was rough. It was pretty rough.
Is it Betty or Bet?
Bette Midler. I don't know. Betty. It's got an E on it.
Yeah,
but then it's Betty Davis is with an E. She's spells it the same way as Betty. I think with the E. Yeah,
right.
Betty.
So you got Down and Out in Beverly Hills, Ruthless People, Outrageous Fortune, Big Business, Oliver and Company, Beaches.
Yeah, I'll say Down and Out in Beverly Hills. I think it was.
But that was
a golden era. Them few films. I don't know what Down and Out in Beverly Hills is like. I don't know if I was ever a big fan of that. Maybe I should rewatch that.
Well, it's a similar rating to all the others. They're all like 6.5.
Yeah, I suspect when they get the homeless guy and they're like really rich and they get the homeless guy.
Nolte,
I think so. Yeah, and they clean him all up and then.
And Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, I think that's her husband.
Yeah.
It's probably really. I think I've seen it. I can't really remember it, but yeah, it's probably another good one. But yeah, as I was saying, Bette Midler and Shelley Long did clash. Now the thing is, I find this a lot with Shelley Long. Like in Cheers, there was like a sort of, I think where she's so, she's her style is so different, you know. Like I think she's so like. I think the difference between like Bette Midler improvised a lot of her lines as well. She would come up with stuff and it would work. So she'd be in the moment and she'd say something. Whereas I think Shelley Long her style of acting is completely different. I think when you've got that as well, there's a bit of a
clash.
A bit of a clash. And also, I don't think she really warmed much to many of her co-stars because I know in Cheers, there was always talk about there's tensions with her and the rest of the cast.
She of course left Cheers, didn't she?
And she left Cheers, and then like obviously them seeing this with Bette Midler. I don't know if she's that kind of person that maybe she's like this character on screen, but then she's quite sort of cold. I don't know. I mean, I'm only sort of assuming, but I've never heard like any sort of
Well, loads
great sort of, oh yeah, she's like, right, she was so fun to be around, and she was this and that. You don't really see her in interviews or anything, so I don't know.
See, I was on a film set recently, and there was 2 fairly high-profile actors on there, and one of them, who is one of my favourite actors, Paddy Considine, I went and spoke to him. I just thought, but you never know what you're going to get, and they're going to be like, can you leave me alone, or something like that. So I sort of hovered near him, and he sort of looked, smiled, so I went, listen, I just want to say what a great fan I am from your first film, Room for Romeo Brass. I thought you're brilliant in that. And he was like, oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Nice.
And he shook my
lovely.
hand, and I went, look, keep up the good work. And he went, thank you.
Yeah.
But the other actor who's involved, now I don't know this, so I'm not going to say his name, but there was a scene where we was all outside waiting with like these guns to shoot this scene, and all of a sudden we got a call over the radios, everyone offset now, and we all went into this thing, and loads of them were saying that, one of the extras sort of pointed a gun at him, sort of laughing, and he got the ump, and he's kiboshed the scene. He said, no, we're not shooting that scene now, that angle, because he's got the ump. And I thought, really? I don't know how much truth is it, so I'm not going to say who it was, but it was a bit odd. But another famous one is No Marathon Man, which has Dustin Hoffman. And there's a famous scene where Laurence Olivier, old British thespian actor, one of the most famous actors ever, Dustin Hoffman, obviously he's really young in this. 2 different styles of acting. Laurence Olivier is very much like an old British actor. Go on stage, do the performance, and then come off, go, hello, darling, blah, blah, blah. Dustin Hoffman was part of the Method School. So the De Niro, Pacino's, Dustin Hoffman, they'd sort of live it and stuff. And there's this scene where Laurence Olivier's torturing him. He's like a Nazi. He's going, is it safe? And you don't know what he's saying, and he keeps pulling his teeth out and stuff like that, and damaging his like drilling into his teeth. And the character's like, I don't know. Yes, it's safe. And he starts drilling. He goes, okay, it's not safe, and he keeps drilling. It's like a really horrible scene. And Dustin Hoffman wanted the drills to actually have his teeth drilled and stuff.
Yeah, I don't get that.
And Laurence Olivier famously said to him, darling, just try acting.
Yeah.
And that shows a contrast between...
I don't see them kind of actors I don't like. There was Daniel Day-Lewis is one of them as well, isn't he? It's just like,
well, funny enough,
and the ones okay, it's like, yeah, you look and go, right, okay, yeah, you're in character, but then as an actor, you should be able to snap out of it.
Funny enough, that anecdote was told to Daniel Day-Lewis, and he just sort of like went, well, like Laurence Olivier don't know what he's talking about, or something like that. And you think, well,
I can tell they're the kind of actors that I wouldn't get on with.
No.
Like, you can tell that they're a different kind of person that I know that straight away, anyone like that, I would be like, no, I wouldn't get on with that.
I understand, especially if you're trying to get into a scene, you might go like, well, I need sort of 10 minutes.
I mean, there's ways like people might sort of keep themselves away and get themselves into
the they're remembering things to sort of get these emotions.
Not like sort of thing like having your teeth drilled.
Yeah.
Or really sort of having proper pain things.
Or when people live on the streets for 6 months to know what it's like to be homeless. You go, it's a bit extreme. Yeah. Spend a couple of hours with like a homeless person, get an idea. Yeah. But as an actor, you shouldn't have to go to too extreme.
Exactly.
And like, I'd say the same. If you're a good actor, you should be. If it's a scene where you think, well, in this scene, obviously, I found out my wife's been murdered. Give us a minute to sort of put myself in that place. God, I'll be devastated.
I understand that.
But I'm not actually go kill your wife, so you know what it's like.
Some characters live that character, and they're like really rude to people, and they ignore people, and they sort of. I don't know. Maybe certain people have just got their way of doing it, but I just don't see. You get a really fantastic actor that they snap out of it, and they're like all chatty and friendly after. Then he's sort of like, that's that. I'd much rather be that kind of actor.
Both Shelley Long and Bette Midler were promised top billing when they signed to do the film. Neither one wanted to give up top billing to the other. So west of the Mississippi River, Long got top billing, and Midler got top billing east of the Mississippi. So that's pretty much down the middle of America. Yeah.
Also, Bette Midler was 3 months pregnant when they started filming. That's why she's wearing like the big baggy sort of orange jumpers. Although you wouldn't notice that she was pregnant. Like she was from 3 months to 6 months.
Yeah, I mean,
by the time they finished.
She's not a skinny person.
No, that's what I'm saying. So it doesn't look like look she's pregnant. She just looks like she's like sort of got curvy-ish, you know.
According to the 80s movie Rewind, when Bette Midler fell in front of the truck, which I remember seeing that bit where she falls down, that was an accident. So Shelley Long, look, she sort of, I think she's done it on purpose, she's improvised a bit, but that's why Shelley Long, when she's grabbing her, pulling her out, she was genuinely doing that thing. You could get hit by this bloody truck, and you think, it's quite close. So that was a bit of a risk. You know, they would never have said to her, yeah, do that.
No. And she was pregnant.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking as well when I was watching it. She's like throwing herself about a lot, and like even though there'd be stunt doubles for some bits, like she is like falling, and like there's bits where she, I mean, it must have been safe, but she was 3 to 6 months pregnant, so you'd be really wary of, especially if it's her first child.
And apparently,
I think it's her only child.
She wanted to do all her own stunts.
Yeah.
So you think that is crazy, but I suppose you know your body better than most people.
Yeah. But it's one of them films that I feel that a lot more people should know about. You know, because it's funny. There's so funny little one-liners in it. It's enjoyable to watch it. Like, it's fast-paced as well.
Yeah.
Like, you're not sitting there going, oh, like, when's it going to start? You know, it's fast-paced, and it's got so many funny little one-liners, funny looks, funny sort of situations. It's just, I love it. I think it's a really good film.
And it was good for me, the fact that all I knew was the title of the film and who was in it, because from the get-go I thought, okay, is it going to be a rivalry between them being actors all the way through, or is, you know, what else is going to happen?
But you liked it, like, the same as what I did, sort of thing, yeah.
And...
like, it's a fun film, like, you'd watch it again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're very likeable, and... you know, I know people who I'd recommend this kind of film to, who would find that funny, you know.
Yeah. Did you watch it on your own, or did you watch it with someone?
No, I watched it on my own.
You watched it on your own.
But in hindsight, as I said, I could have watched it maybe with Mum.
Yeah.
Or with Alex. I think she would have liked it, because
it's quite upbeat, it's funny,
but it's obvious,
moving a lot.
Because obviously if English isn't your first language, sometimes you think, what are they saying, but it doesn't matter, because it's more visual, you see things. And she would have laughed. She would have got the bits. No, like the bit where they're arguing, like you said, and they see his Willie, and they're like, "Well, that's not him."
So well, look at that thing.
Yeah.
She goes, "Does needle dick, the bug fucker, mean anything to you?"
Yeah.
Now listen. This time, let me handle this. Your simplest exchanges with people become pornographic.
That is a fucking lie.
Need I say more?
Did you know also this was part of Disney's adult label, Touchstone Pictures?
Yeah.
Because they've done quite a few of these films.
Yeah, quite a few of
I remember that. Do you remember that sign, the Touchstone Pictures?
Yeah, it goes across.
Yeah.
The Outrageous Fortune title is taken from Act 3, Scene 1, line 58 of William Shakespeare's play Hamlet. It's from the start of the famous To Be or Not to Be speech, which states, "To be or not to be, that is the question, whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and jump over some cliffs like Shelley Long does."
You used to ballet.
Yeah.
This was Shelley Long's first film after leaving Cheers. She's done Cheers, I think, 5 years. 6 years maybe, but I think it's 5.
Sorry, but you know the connection, didn't you? Because that's why they must call it, because she wants to play Hamlet, and at the end she gets to play Hamlet.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the connection with the title. Yeah. Critics were mixed on release, but it later gained a strong cable TV following. Now I think that's probably where I would have seen it. We had cable telly, and that's when I would have sort of first been introduced to this film.
Yeah.
And I love Bette Midler anyway, because I think she's just got one of them. She's just a fun person.
But you would have made a point of sorting it out and maybe taping it, because we had the cable guide, wouldn't you? So you would have gone, "What's this? Oh, Bette Midler."
I used to love that cable guide.
Yeah.
Look and go, "Oh, that's on. It's brilliant."
I remember.
After having, like, was it 3 channels at the time, or maybe 4? We just maybe started.
We had
with
4 from the mid '80s, so we had 4 channels. Channel 5 came in like about '96, something, '98. But
oh no, it's right before Channel 5.
Yeah, so we only had 4 terrestrial channels, and the other
most people did.
We was like the only one in our cul-de-sac, I think, who had cable. Because I remember we used to tape Simpsons, and Simpsons weren't on anything else. BBC Two, who originally had the rights for the terrestrial, didn't get it for a number of years.
Yeah.
So we'd have like about a dozen tapes, 3-hour tapes, Simpsons, and we used to lend them to our friends.
Yeah.
Because I remember, say, like David coming around and saying, "Oh, can we lend her another one?" And
Yeah.
I'd go, "Yeah." And you think, back when you didn't have internet or you didn't have options, and you think,
I know,
I'm bored.
Yeah.
Someone goes, look, Charlie's lent us
and it was
Simpsons.
like, rather than going to hire a video, like I had all my videos all labelled and I had a book with them all written in what it was, so people would come and just lend my films.
Yeah, you usually have two films in the two films on the tape.
Yeah, two films on the tape.
So I remember in the cable guide seeing RoboCop was on and RoboCop 2, and I gave specific instructions to you. I said, Ben, right, you got to tape RoboCop 1, and as soon as he says at the end, he walks out, the credits start, stop it, I don't need the end credits, and start RoboCop 2 immediately, because there's like no real opening credits for RoboCop 2. So when I watched it, we used to watch it on VHS, it was literally...
Oh, did I do it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I did. I thought
was
you was going to say, and you
put Home and Away on there.
Yeah.
No, it was like so it was, instead of, it was like a 3-hour film almost, because it was sort of, because we had the tape-to-tape VHS, didn't we? So you could sort of edit
good old
it.
days, eh? I know when things was a lot less complicated.
Do you remember when we said about that ridiculously long blurb on what was the Steve Martin film, All of Me? This had a similar, it weren't as long, but some movie posters for the film featured a long blurb that read, the CIA is trailing them, the KGB is tracking them, the phone company is tracing them, the police are chasing them, the cowboys are herding them, and the Indians are hunting them. Are they going to fall for all of that?
Too much.
Yeah, I think that's
too much. I think that there's I like it. I think it's got good chemistry, well cast. I tried to look and see who else was up for it, but yeah, I couldn't. There was no other actors.
No, I imagine, especially because Bette Midler probably had a contract with Touchstone, and this was about the third or fourth one in, so she'd already had successes with Down and Out in Beverly Hills
and Ruthless
People. Yeah, so this was like 2 years after Toothless People. So then this was before Big Business.
I think before Big Business.
Yeah, so by that point they've probably, her name was probably decided before the film, if you know what I mean. Okay.
Right.
What scripts would go well with Bette? This one, you know.
But I think it's a very good pairing, them two, because they are so different, and it's a shame that they didn't like each other. But then,
so was it really bad?
No, I just think so. No, when you've seen that clip, you could sort of see that she's not saying too much, but you can tell that they obviously wasn't close. Now the opposite to that, Beaches, and the Barbara Hershey who played Hillary in Beaches, was still close to today. Like they got on really well. They actually became like real life friends. People in the set were saying you are actually like them two characters.
Yeah.
So that's nice. I love that. When you like a film, you always have that little sort of, I hope they get on well. And it's you never notice it when you're watching it that they don't like each other.
No.
But
yeah, see that.
I suppose in the fight scenes it's probably quite good for things like this because they could give each other dick. I don't think they hated each other. I don't think it was really bad like Joan Crawford and Bette Davis. You look at like Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall, and you watch Sex and the City, you would never know, but obviously they're actors, and it's a shame because when you love something, you want everyone to get on. But like same with Golden Girls, apparently, B. Arthur didn't like Betty White that much, but then you look and you think, well, I'll just have to try and forget that part and just watch it as what it is.
Well, I think it was. I never watched the show, but the Big Bang Theory, I think they all sort of didn't get on. Whereas the Friends cast all got on.
Yeah, see that's another thing that you like that.
Yeah,
but it still doesn't ruin the show. I mean, no. It's just sort of, it's a bit like, oh, that's a shame.
Yeah,
but if the show's good.
Big Bang Theory.
I've never seen it. I've never ever watched an episode of that.
No.
I've seen it. I've come into like work, say it's in the mess room and all that, and it's on the telly. People might be watching it. Go, oh, it's brilliant. This, and I'm thinking, I've just never got it. But then there's there's programs I liked that people have never got. So I suppose it's just one of them things.
The other Shelley Long movie that came out that year was Hello Again.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I don't think that was all that good.
What is it about? I just remember like a poster sort of going hello.
I think she dies and then comes back to life. I don't know if she's a ghost or she's a zombie or something.
So it's like Ghost?
No, it ain't. But I don't think it was a great story.
No.
I don't think it was like... I remember watching it. It might be okay, but I don't think... It's nowhere near as good as this.
No.
This is just fun. fun 80s kind of, you know.
Well, Susan Summers was originally offered the Bette Midler role.
Oh, okay. That's her out of Serial Mum.
Which one?
She comes in the courtroom at the end, Suzanne Summers. She goes, who's going to play Beverly in Serial Mum? And they get, the actress Suzanne Summers. And she comes in the court right at the very end. And
is that the only thing you know her from?
That's it. I know she's pretty big. I know, so I know from...
Probably more big in America.
But she's big in America, so that's what I'm saying. We don't know her over here.
No.
But,
I suppose it'd be the same in every... the Tita Dean's going to play her.
We mentioned people over here that people wouldn't know over there.
Yeah.
You know, but...
It's like, I always think Rick Mao should have been a lot bigger in America.
Oh, massively.
Because... after like Drop Dead Fred, which was well received anyway, you'd think, okay, well, but I partly blame his agent, but also, you know, obviously, I think him and Adrian Edmondson, when they started at Bottom, they was having great fun and success because they were friends. They was enjoying doing something ridiculous together, and sometimes that's better than having success.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I always think he would have been good in. You haven't seen Dumb and Dumber, have you?
No.
So Dumb and Dumber's got Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff Daniels I really like, but Jim Carrey's sort of like sort of over the top and
Rick
very
Mao
physical.
Would have been very.
I think Rick Mao in the part
perfectly
would have paired so good with him.
He was brilliant, Rick Mao. He was so good. So that was Outrageous Fortune. So we will be doing other Bette Midler films in the future because I definitely want to do Ruthless People and we'll do Big Business. I think they're the only ones that are really sort of like
Ruthless Business.
Yeah.
And Big People.
Yeah. Whatever. IMDb.
Yeah.
This film got 6.2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, it got 58% by the critics.
Yeah.
And 60% by the audience. Now, I think that should have been higher.
This sounds all very similar to last week's Robin Hood. Similar sort of ratings, like 6 point something, and then low but 50s by the critics and 70s by the audience.
It was a success. It was a fun film. It was like very 80s, but it was a fun sort of kind of.
Well, this is the thing, unless one of them's dying of cancer, they're not going to the critics ain't going to go, oh, how brave the film is.
Oh, I thought it was
a great film.
And the budget for this film was $25 million, and in the box office it made $52.9 million. So it's doubled its money.
Well, that's it, and that's why they would have then greenlit straight away the next one. Because, like I said, I just looked on the IMDb, and all those films that Bette Midler had come out one after the other, they're all like 6 point something on IMDb. So they're all sort of middle of the road. They're not bad, because I think anything over a 6 is generally received as a good film. You know, obviously you want to get into the 7s, the 8s are like brilliant films and stuff, but anything over a 6, you'll be happy to sit down and go, should we watch this? This is a quite fun thing to watch, you know?
I like a film that you can stick on and it's just easy. Like that, I put it on yesterday. And it was just easy.
And it don't outstay its welcome.
No, it was just sort of like, oh, this is like fun and it's light and it's before all the sort of doom and gloom and all the kind of like box ticking things and having to be careful what you say and stuff like that. You know, because there's a couple of little lines in this that they wouldn't have in it now.
Like what?
The bit when he's doing the back of the car.
Where are we? We've been going for miles and I haven't seen a single white person on the street.
There's one. Oops, they got him.
That's not funny.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah.
I think, in loads of things that wouldn't be possible, but I think certain comedies they could get away with that.
Yeah, but I just don't think they'd take a chance with stuff like that now.
Yeah, probably not.
But it was. I'm glad you enjoyed the film. I didn't think you wouldn't enjoy it. But it's nice to see a film that you've never seen before and from an era that you like, and for you to enjoy.
Yeah,
like you've done the same like with Vamp, didn't you? You know, you'd never seen that.
See, I love Vamp.
Yeah.
Though. That was the weird thing that happened with Vamp, because I was thinking, okay, well, I'm hoping it's one of the 80s films I enjoy, like I enjoyed this, you know. But Vamp, when I watched that, it just sort of ticked every box for me. It was right up my alley, and that's why that week I watched it 3 times, because I thought I want to watch it again. I want to, because the first time I watched it, and I ain't got a Blu-ray player, but I remember watching it the first time and thinking, I really enjoyed that.
And you watched it on YouTube or something, didn't you? And
it was a bad quality one, but I managed to find a good quality one on YouTube, and I thought, I have to watch it again now. Now I've got a good quality one. Watched it again.
Well, that was Outrageous Fortune. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you haven't seen it, definitely give it a rewatch. Or if you have seen it, give it a rewatch. It's definitely worth it, and nice little feel good.
Yeah,
it's nice to have a feel good film nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
So, Charlie, what we doing next week?
Memento.
Never heard of it.
Good. Right, Memento. Now, this film is a bit of a risk. But I'll tell you what, I love this film. Okay. This is one of my favourite films from this century. It's from the year 2000, right? It was Christopher Nolan's big breakthrough.
Oh, was he one of the Nolan sisters?
Yeah. It's got Guy Pearce, who's in Count of Monte Cristo.
No, got you.
Carrie-Anne Moss. And Joe Pantoliano, who's in Goonies. He's one of the brothers in Goonies.
Right.
Another one who's weak keeps falling off. Adam hates this film. I lent it to him. Went, it's a brilliant film. He watched it and went, what pile of shit, it got on my nerves, blah, blah, blah. Lily likes it. Adam hates it. I love it. Now, the thing about this film, it's like
a Marmite film.
No, because it's the key, what you got to remember. So what the premise is, his wife has been raped and killed. And during the attack, he was knocked unconscious. He now can't retain memories. He's got really bad short-term memory. Right. So if he came into the room and you went, "Hi, I'm Ben," he'd go, "Hi," go get a drink of water and go, "Sorry, what's your name?" He'd totally forget everything. And obviously he's trying to find who killed his wife, so he has to write these facts down.
He keeps forgetting every 2 minutes what he's doing.
Well, exactly, he does. So what he has to do is, once he's got information, he takes Polaroids of everything to remember. So someone goes, "Hi, my name's Ben," he'd take a photo of you and go, "Right, Ben." Okay, so he remembers that. And if say if you do something snidey, he'd go, "Snidey bastard." He'd write something on there so he knows, not to trust.
How does he know to look at the poster?
Because if he meets someone, he gets out his Polaroids and goes.
It sounds like 50 First Dates, but not as much fun.
No, it's a good film, but if it's a solid fact, he'll actually tattoo him on his body. So across the top it says, "You're looking for you're looking for John G, who raped and killed your wife."
Yeah, but then by the time he's having the tattoo, a couple of minutes later he's going, "What are you doing?"
No, because he writes it on a piece of paper. He tattoos himself. He sometimes go to a tattoo parlour and he'll get them to "I'm looking for this number plate." So gives them, and it says, "Tattoo this number plate on my leg," stuff like that. But the key to this film, to help you see what it's like to have short-term memory, it plays it backwards. So you'll see the very last scene first of him killing the man who raped and killed his wife. Then it cuts to him driving that man to this location.
So I could just watch the first 5 minutes and I know what happens.
No, because the whole film goes backwards, right?
I can't concentrate on a film that goes forwards, Joe. My brain doesn't work like that.
Well, this is the problem I think Adam had with it. But if you do get on board with it, you'll have a great time. You'll love it. It's really good.
That's the same with Brozy. She had that. She loved that the Cloud Atlas or something. Yeah. And she was raving about it, and she goes, "They keep coming back," and I like the premise of it.
But
and I just couldn't understand it, and I was just sort of getting lost with bits. And it's like with me, my brain would start wandering off.
Well, this is only 109 minutes. Okay. It's very small cast. As I said, it's got the main three characters. That's it. Okay. And you'll see, he'll look at things. You'll be like, "Why is that window smashed?" And you think, "Well, I don't know why the window." So you're on the same page as him. It's not until later on you'll find out how the window got smashed.
Oh, okay.
So it's going backwards, except for.
Yeah, but it's going to confuse me, that. But I'll give it a go.
Except for. This makes it even worse for you. It's interspersed with these black and white scenes of him on the phone talking to someone. They're going in the correct order. So then what happens at the end of the film, the black and white scene turns into colour, and that's how you know the film's linked up.
Why are you doing this?
Because it's a great film. I love this film.
Oh, all right, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I can already see what I'm going to be saying for it. It's going to be another ballworm for a bloody old boy, innit?
Take some ADHD medicine or something and
I need to.
Concentrate. Look, I'm hoping you really like it. But I know there's a chance that you won't. But
I'll give it a go. I will give it a go. It's just it's not a fact of not liking it. It's just not understanding it and going, "I don't understand what's going on here." I still can't work out what goes in Pulp Fiction.
Oh no, okay. Well, this is backwards. Just think everything is backwards apart from the black and white bits. So you think,
yeah, but then that's going to confuse. It's going to throw it as
no, but it's the point. You've got to be curious. You've got to think.
Right, I'll give it a go.
Like he'll be sitting in a room and goes, "Why am I sitting in this room?"
Right.
And he's like, "Got a bottle of booze." And he goes, "I don't feel drunk. Why am I this?" And he'll start doing something else.
I've been there before.
But then it will cut to the scene before, and you go, "Okay, I see what's happening here." You know, and it goes. So you've got to have patience.
Okay, all right.
But it's so rewarding. It's such a great film.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
So it's Memento is next week.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
All right, then, please like, subscribe and share. Any questions you'd like to ask, then let us know.
And please like, subscribe and share.
Yeah, said that right. See you later.
And like, subscribe and share.
Shut up. Bye-bye.
And share.
You rat woman.